I'm Marshall Stern, and I'm from New York. That's my hometown. Actually, born in Brooklyn and raised in Queens. New York City has five boroughs. The five boroughs are Brooklyn, where I was born, Queens, where I was raised. Then across the Whitestone Bridge is the Bronx, and then across another bridge, the Triborough Bridge, there's Manhattan, which is what everybody thinks of in New York City. That's Manhattan is kind of like really downtown. That's where all the buildings are and everything. And then there's Staten Island. Staten Island is like, out of the five boroughs, only one borough voted for Trump. Staten Island. So anyway, we don't talk about them. They're kind of like the black sheep of the family. But that's the five boroughs, and that's New York City. Now, Brooklyn and Queens are actually contiguous. They touch each other. Because, in the west is Brooklyn, then there's a line, then there's Queens. Then after Queens is Nassau County. After Nassau County, there's Suffolk County. And those four areas actually make up Long Island. Long Island is not lawn guy land, because that's different. That's where you go and buy the lawn guys. The guys who stand out there with the lantern. You go to lawn guy land to buy those. But no, Long Island is where I grew up, and it actually is. It is an island made up of those four sections, and it stretches like hundreds of miles. And it's long, hence the name. Long Island wasn't very creative, but that's the name. But anyway, so there I is. I grew up in Queens. Now, where I grew up in Flushing, Queens, and we were the home of Shea Stadium. It's not there anymore now. I think it's like Citi Field or something. But Shea Stadium is where the Mets, which is the jersey I am wearing, the Mets. Oh, by the way, I am wearing Keith Hernandez, best Met ever, best first baseman ever, great, hands down. But so the Mets played there, and they first came there when I was 8 years old. So I, of course, grew up as a Mets fan. And my father took us to a game one time when I was really young, me and my two sisters. And what you would do with the Mets game, because they were so bad when they first got there, they were horrible. They were just horrible. It's like 1964, so they were just terrible. And so what you would do is you'd pay for the cheap seats, go sit up in heaven for most of the game. And then as you get to like 7th, 8th, 9th innings, the Mets are usually losing so badly, there's no chance of them winning. Everybody would pile out, and try and get to their cars. The stadium would empty, and you can go down to the expensive seats, and you can actually see the field, you can actually see the players. So it was really good, and that's what we did. Well, so we were there. My father was being a little slow about going there. He was a little nervous about it. So I decided to go ahead, run ahead. So I get down there, and it's great. And I got to the dugout, and I reached across and I shook Ed Kranepool's hand. It was really cool. I had a great time. But of course, my father couldn't find me. He was freaking out. My whole family was freaking out. And but I had always had a great sense of direction. I'm 8 years old. I had no problem. I went out to the parking lot. I found the car. I'm sitting on the hood of the car. About an hour later, my sisters come out. My father sent them out there to see if possibly I was there. And sure enough, that's where I was, on the car. So that was my experience at Shea Stadium when I was young. Now, and the Shea Stadium was built with the World's Fair. The World's Fair was there in '64 and '65. So that was really cool too. That was like great stuff. Now, the other thing about New York, about my hometown, you got to know. New York, the best food anywhere. One block, you take one block away from Manhattan, they wouldn't miss it. Nobody would miss it. You put it down like in someplace like Nashville, it would transform the town. So it would be like gourmet section, because they've got everything. The best Chinese food, hands down, even better than China. I've been to China. Nothing. They got nothing on New York. Pizza. I've been to Italy. Forget it. Forget about it. All right? New York, that's where you go to get pizza, right? And Italian food in general. Much better than what you find in Italy. Bagels, oh my God. The only place you can get good bagels in this country, probably in the world, is New York City. They have bagel places that open up like 4 in the morning, and they start making the bagels, and they make them fresh. And if you go in early in the morning, you get them right out of the oven, and they're warm, and they're, it's heaven. It's great. It's like the best fucking thing ever, okay? Oh, the word fuck, very important in New York. To say it like a New Yorker, it's fuck. There's almost like an implied W in there. Fuck. Hey, fuck you, fuck me, fuck it all, fuck. Come on. That's a very New York kind of thing, And just to get back to the food. So it's very difficult to be anywhere else. You'll hear it all the time, like Chicago. Chicago thinks that they have great pizza because they made it thick with the thing. Blech, no good. No good. The best pizza is in New York. It's the only pizzas in New York. You know, Boston a little bit. You know, enough New Yorkers moved up there. They kind of know what they're doing. Mostly in the Northeast, but yeah, and even in New Jersey a little bit. Yeah, but although it's New Jersey, forget about them. But that's it. You want food, you go to New York. You want to deny yourself, you want to suffer, you do what I did. You leave New York and you spend the rest of your life wishing you could just get the food. Anyway, that's my hometown, and that's the way we talk.